Up north at 4, we are joined by Mercer naturalist John Bates. He's written many books, and we're very lucky to have him in the studio today. So, John, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, today we're talking about the winter season coming up soon, and that means pretty much getting ready time for animals, right?
It means exactly that. It's kind of an Armageddon coming for most animals. So you think about winter, 5 months of snow and ice, 7 months between green off. October 15th, we lose all our leaves. Not till May 15th do we green up. In case we all don't know already, it's a long winter and really incredibly stressful and difficult for animals.
And so we do have, the animals kind of to go in order to talk about the wintertime season. Sure. So maybe let's just start off with the first one, the winter quotes. And let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. They're too far away for me to see.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so winter is a predictable kind of Armageddon, a calamity calmly weathered, an end of the world that they, wildlife, understand and are preparing for. That's by Diane Capel-Smith.
Capel-Smith,
Capel-Smith, okay. And then winter is life played out on the anvil of ice and under the hammer of deprivation by Bernd Heinrich. So tell us about that second one.
Yeah, under the hammer of deprivation. We're going to be talking about birds. For instance, we have 246 birds that nest in this state, and only about 25 will stay in the winter up here. Most are drinking pina coladas down in Central and South America. We have 133 neotropical migrants in our state. About 60% of the birds from Wisconsin not only leave Wisconsin, but they go all the way to Central and South America. So to get away from, it's not really the cold so much as the lack of food. Food is the bottom line. Birds can tolerate a lot of cold, but they can't tolerate a lack of food.
Right, and then we also have something interesting. I've never heard of this one, a black-capped chickadee.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute is that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So animals have three strategies available to them. MAD, migrate, adapt, or die. In the case of black-capped chickadees, they adapt. They can go into a controlled hypothermia at night. They can drop their body temperature 20 degrees, which if we did, we would die. But they can drop their temperature that much in order to burn less fuel. They only weigh a half an ounce, and it's a long night, 16 hours of dark, 30 below sometimes, not enough fuel in the tank to get them through it until the morning. So if they drop that interior temperature, they burn less, if you will, less calories, and can make it through the night. They also do something called scatter hoarding. They scatter seeds, sometimes up 10,000 or plus seeds all over, and they remember remarkably where they've stashed all these seeds, and they go out and pick those throughout the winter.
So they're preparing all summer and fall long for this
well,
winter?
Not so much summer, but fall.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Storm seeds.
Yeah, let's talk about ruffed grouse. What do they do during the winter, John?
Yeah, well, two things that they may do. We have a graph of the feet. They grow what are called pectinations on the toes, and it allows them to have a greater surface area so they can walk on the snow, kind of like snowshoes, so they can get around better. They also will plunge during cold weather, so they actually dive into a snowbank if it's 30 below as a way of staying warm. Within the snowbank, it can be closer to freezing. It can be 30 to 50 degree difference being in the snowbank versus above the snow.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and we do have a couple more animals to get through for the winter season. So,
quite a few.
Quite a few. So we'll get through them, and we'll get into it right after this break.
Yeah, we'll talk to the goldfinch right after a break, John.
Yeah.